but you can't share these. Hi, give it a sec. You can't share these because they're private groups. I gotta find the video. I'm noticing this is a very small group, so I'm not even sure if anyone's gonna be on here, right? Oh my god, no one is on this feed. Right? I already can see it before I start, right? Alright, give it a sec. I'm sharing it to my admin so I can at least get some friends over here. Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what to talk about, so I'm like, okay, perfect, good, someone's here. I just looked at the group numbers and there's like 200 people in this group and it's really early on my UK time and I'm like, I don't even know if I'll get one person on this feed, but I'm gonna do it anyway, right? Hi. Give it a sec. I just posted it in our admin chat. I kind of like wake up and figure out what I'm going to talk about in the morning. And I'm kind of scrambled as a channel because I'm kind of just getting back in my flow. I've been out of work. Hey, Brad, too. I've been out of work a minute, so I have a lot I want to kind of put in one video. I'm aware that people might not know who I am in this space. So if you don't know who I am Raw. I'm going to be teaching these areas with Francisco. We already have some amazing class spaces going. So why not add another one? We had a lot of people coming to us that either have relationship problems, right? Past relationship issues they're healing from. Bad relationship programming, you could have got it anywhere from your parents, subconsciously. A lot of people with childhood traumas pertaining to sexual issues. I don't know, all sorts of stuff. So we're going to be covering all sorts of stuff like healing the sacral, tantra. I'm real into tantra, kundalini. Right? I'm real into these type of things, harnessing energy if you know me. So I'll kind of be all over the place teaching this class. If you guys have things that you want us to talk about, like any of our other video channels, you can come to us and let us know if you have, topics you want to hear about, things you want to know more about. Good morning. Giving it a second. I'm kind of all over the place. I do want to talk, I guess I'll just start out today by talking about different types of relationships, I suppose. And relationship programming. It'll probably lead me to a lot of karmic relationship talk too. I know I see all these like twin flame and spiritual union groups, but I know a lot of very spiritually evolved people who haven't even attained those heights. And when I look at these groups, they all sound real karmic, right? My twin flame fucked me once and never calls me back. My twin flame is married. This is my twin flame, and they keep fucking with my head and being a total psycho, kind of like the narcissist. And I see all of these posts, and that is why I see that a lot of these labels create more harm than good. I want to talk about the third dimension in relationships. It is very rare in the third dimension that you even meet a soulmate. I know, you probably do meet, between possibly 1 to 20 through your life here on Earth, soulmates, people from your consciousness group prior to this awakening, okay? So like a normal incarnation when people were asleep, yeah, you could have a soulmate like me that is a sibling, right? It doesn't have to be romantic. You're running into your soulmates all the time. I am generally a soulmate to the people in these groups too. It's how you guys are finding me. We usually share a consciousness group. It's why we get brought together to learn. And so now with this awakening, hopefully you're drawing just all soulmates to you, right? You can have this spiritual awakening and draw all to your consciousness group back to you, which is very rare. But, we're seeing insane things happening with this awakening. But in the third dimension, for the people that are sleeping, these are all karmic experiences. Yes, learning of karma. A lot of times we get programmed for relationships by our parents. And usually our parents were shit at love. They weren't good at love. Yes, your parents programmed you for your future experiences regarding relationships. You might even see some type of karmic patterns. That's why a lot of people will have an abusive parent and then draw that type of partner to them. We see a big correlation between victim programming and drawing these karmic partners too, right? People are trying to manifest love to save them, to help them with their situation, through that victim mentality and not through, mastering of self and empowerment. We see a lot of sex in the third dimension. Yeah, a lot more than the higher. Just trust me. I mean, a lot more partners. People will have more partners a lot of the time. And the reason why Remember that any of your life experiences have been contracted for, but you might have had a lot of relationships going through this matrix, and the reason why is because it is an energetic balancing of sorts. So usually you come together in a karmic way in the third dimension to learn together, and when you have sex, you're permanently merging your energy with that person's. I always tell people that sex will permanently alter your energy forever. Yes, there's no going back. Yes, you can go ahead and have a breakup and detox this person out, but you have already taken on whatever qualities or energetic patterns that they hold, and it has changed you permanently. And that is the reason why the universe loves to lead us around with love, because it is an energetic balancing of sorts. But once you get out of the third dimension and you begin your awakening path, you shouldn't need those energetic lessons in balancing anymore. You should already be complete and balanced on your own. And the problem is that people have not found that completeness of self, and they're always looking for the love they lack in a partner. Instead of trying to give love out, people are trying to just receive it all the time, like they want someone to love them. It doesn't work like that. I get tons of love from everyone, and the reason why is I'm always pouring it out and giving it out, and I've mastered that aspect of love, but not everyone has. So, a lot of times people have these karmic partners and they're not giving you any love, or they're not giving you the type of love that you need, right? Because you haven't mastered self-love and you're looking to a partner. Hi, Cindy. We're talking sex. I'm saying hi, introducing myself to anyone who doesn't know me, because this is my first video in this class. I'm going to be just in these 4 class spaces that we have. And if you're not aware of the other ones, I have some awesome ones I've been doing a couple years now. We have the Awakening to Ascension group, which is basically chakras, energy, and I do a lot of activations in that space. My favorite is Mystery School of Atlantis. I'll probably be in that group next. And then we have New Aurora, which is a dream school. And I'm going to be teaching a lot about the astral traveling, dreams in that space. I'm really looking forward to that. I'll probably do that space tomorrow. So I'm going to be just in these 4 class spaces this week, because I am doing some healing. I was going through a lot of purging myself, right? From going to Stonehenge and the shift I made. Yeah, our parents suck at love. They're asleep. Now, as a child, we already had issues with love because your parents were not able to connect with you as a starseed on galactic levels. We're looking for this divine source-like love, galactic love, real connection. And if you notice, in 3D, it's so fake to me. Yeah, I had to ditch some 3D friends. So superficial. I don't want to talk about the Kardashians and Brexit and whatever is going on in that illusion world, or your job that you really hate and you're telling me how great it is. Everyone's like, yeah, I love my job, right? I love my job, and when people do that, I had this conversation with someone here like 6 months ago. They were like, I love my job. And it was like, no, I wanted to say, no, you don't. You're a slave in Prison Planet. What are you talking about? You love sitting on a computer or typing all day for shit money? Like, I just want to be like, no, you really don't. Like, it's just very superficial to me. So we already had this issue formed as children. And, we got the worst situations as starseeds. It wasn't because, we're taking on this collective karma. And people don't understand. I won't get into it today because people don't really grasp the things I had to say. But the reason why you got matched up with your parents is because they are past reflections of you. We're here to learn forgiveness on every level of ourselves. One day people will grasp this stuff. So we didn't understand that as children going through this matrix, right? We go through this matrix in this state of separateness, perceiving everyone as outside of ourselves and things like that. So already as children, we did not get the love that we needed from our families on many levels, just because we are starseeds. Hi, Francisco. I'm playing school, and then I'm going to be going off grid. So, I do have some Reiki I'm doing through my site. I am here through my site if you guys need me. I just thought I'd say hey, and we could talk a little bit about relationships and things like that. I have so many people that are understanding that your relationships could be your biggest obstacles in liberating the soul. Source doesn't do control dramas. You want to control source, right? We are aspects of source, of consciousness. So there's nothing more soul crushing than a 3D control drama in love for our souls. Yeah, it will kill you. A lot of people get sick from those narcissistic empath type relationships on very real levels. It will probably kill your soul if you are imprisoned through love or enslaved through the mind. It's no different. So a lot of times people are incarnating into this planet with the same partners again and again. These are not your soulmates. These are people that it went very bad in past lives. You can tell if a relationship is karmic if it ends badly too. I just ended a relationship and it went very, very bad. So you can tell it was obviously very karmic too. Not for me, for them. I'm, an ascension teacher and it's my job to teach these people. Hi, Lauren. Not karmic for me because I did like expert level forgiveness, karmic cleansing. But that person didn't do that. So, hi, Lauren. What's up? Yeah, a lot of people have to break these cycles, and a lot of people have convinced themselves that, it's more important. I have someone that is an empath, and they have this psychopath, narcissistic husband that they're going to try to heal till they die, probably. And the reason why is because they said, I will get screwed in a divorce. I bought this house, and I'll get screwed in a divorce. So this person will sit there and be tortured by a karmic partner that is so nasty to her, right? She's like the most amazing woman ever. This person is so nasty and disgusting to her, and she's rather sit in this house and be miserable for the rest of her stay here and possibly come back another life. If you guys cannot ditch the karma, this life, you're going to come back with these people. When I had learning experiences with people I did not like, I am very careful that I'm never coming back another life with them. If it's going bad here now. So a lot of people have been coming here on these same karmic cycles with people, that they really don't like on a soul level. And the goal is to step out of that victim mentality and into empowerment on whatever level. Hey, Emma. Hey, Holly. So I'm going to need ideas for what you guys want to talk about, or I'll just be teaching Tantra every day. I'll just be telling you to leave your karmic partners and teaching you about, the powers of Tantra and Kundalini and energy with sex and things like that. Next time, I'm going to do a video this week. We'll talk about the actual physical, energetic merger that occurs when we have sex. Because it's much different than what they taught you in school where, this is sex and you have a baby this way. And there's just such a permanent mergers of energy. So I'll go into that next time. But I did want to talk a little bit about, these experiences. And the lesson with karmic partners every time is the same. Doesn't matter if it's a karmic family member or a karmic lover. It won't matter. The lesson is always the same. Love yourself enough to leave. Doesn't matter if it's a bad relationship with your family, a friend, a romantic lover. Karma is always the same. It is to love yourself enough to leave. That enough is enough. And if you can't do that, are you not noticing? The universe is going to send you more arguments. Bullshit. Make it worse and worse and worse, and it will force you to on every level. So we only create suffering when we are resistant to our soul path. If you want to hang on to these 3D control dramas and enslavement programs, then yes, you're going to create so much suffering for yourself, like this woman does that I talk about, how she's being tortured. But she's trying to hang on. And so yes, it's going to create this resistance that is awful for our soul. So we can decide how hard and how easy our lessons are. I was just faced with, a hard lesson myself, where I describe it like I went to the rocks and I was too high vibe to go back home. But I'm very intuitively tuned in because of, this calling I'm on and my mission, right? And so this was my path, and I wasn't going to create suffering for myself and, trying to not follow that soul path I have laid out for myself or that the universe wants me on. So we see a lot of people are going to be needing to get rid of the relationships. Relationships can be worse than the metals. Yes, parasitic. You're not understanding that if you're with a partner that is not into the same spiritual type stuff as you, and they're not doing any inner work, they will become parasitic to your light. Yes, you're not realizing that. People don't even notice. We were getting vamped on our whole 3D existence, right? And people are not noticing. So it can be very depleting to your energy. We see a lot of people that are in the empath, narcissist, bad relationships where they become sick with sacral type of issues as well. That your life force energy comes from your sacral. So if you're being drained in any way, it's so depleting. You need that life force energy to live. Yes, it will make you sick. It will rapid age you. It'll have really bad effects on the body. Hi, Lynn. Did you see our Anon Club? We're cutting cords with toxic people. Did you see our Anon Club? We had enough last night. Alright, jokes aside, we're going back to sex class. So it's a really good time to be cutting cords with people. I said that it is. We're gonna move into Hella Cash Week. I'm done with Aries. I'm done with everyone fighting themselves and blah 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 blah. I'm sick of it. And we're gonna shift into Taurus at the end of the week, which is generally, if you know me, a very grounded, mellow, calm sign focused on creating, manifesting hella cash. So we have this destructive tower-like Aries energy going on still. And don't look at it like a bad thing. Look at it just, like I said, the universe is sending energy that is stripping past layers of ego and layers of self. And we're going to hit a beautiful place as we make this shift towards the end of the week. So we're going to kind of move into abundance and manifesting and getting focused. And this moon will bring about a lot of balance too. So you guys should rest. I said I'm going to be resting until Tuesday in my last video I just did. I'll probably be resting until like Wednesday. I'll be like flowing and doing videos but resting at the same time. So make sure that you guys are getting more rest in, because we know that with the moons we won't be able to sleep. Yeah, the frequencies are about to go through the roof, so you might have a really hard time sleeping Wednesday through Saturday. You might be awake a lot, less. You go into a different REM state, so it can really affect your sleep cycles. So I need to be well rested, because the people that aren't, the people that hit that energy gateway and they're like overtired from working a lot or, burnt out, it will kill you on so many levels, right? So I had to self-care and move with the energy when it flows. So I'm going to get off of here because my iPad is dying, but for sure try to self-care more until like Wednesday. But we need to shift our focus to manifesting too. So I'll be here to kind of give you some tips too in these class areas of how we can use this energy. The wind sounds crazy out there. It's not helping my heart chakra, right? I'm already heart chakra purging. And you can tell the UK is getting nailed with energy since the equinox, because we've had this gateway open since the equinox. We had this gateway that opened a couple days before the equinox, and this planet's been getting flooded with Syrian energy, which is my favorite. But because of that rock experience and jumping timelines, my heart chakra's been kind of going through it. So I'm like, oh my God, you should hear the wind whipping around out here. Alright, try to rest more, because I can already hear the wind. It's only Monday, and we're going to, have a really crazy storm towards the end of the week. So more rest, more self-care, more salt baths. If you guys are not on the vitamin list, for sure, hit my inbox and get it, or you might die, as in recycled.